Hey, what's good, people? This is your girl, Mahazi Tone Death. Yeah. Alright, what's up, people? Alright, so today I really want to talk to you about building your spiritual relationship. Okay, so we already went into the video talking about sun gazing, which is one part of it. And I know y'all hear me talking about it all the time. So this time I want to really kind of covering building the relationship with the spirit, which also includes mirror gazing. So we're going to kind of cover that and meditation. Yeah. So I don't want to make this video really long. So we're going to kind of just go through it. All right. All right. So first things first, I got my notes over here, right here on my side to make sure I stay on topic. Okay. So check this out. I'm always talking about talking to yourself, right? Now, talking to yourself, I get it. Like I said, there's been so many bad stigmas that have been placed on talking to yourself when they always trying to tell you crazy for doing it and say, oh, you crazy if you talk to yourself. Nah, we all talk to ourselves. We talk to ourselves. Nah, you crazy if you answer yourself. I think that's kind of crazy. You want to know why? Because in our lives, right, we've always had a little voice inside of us, right? A voice that sounded like small, like kind of in the distance, but one that spoke things to us, gave us ideas, right? And also, directed us. And people say it's your intuition. That's a little part of it, but there's a whole bigger story to it. All right, so like I said before, and I'm going to reiterate, this body we have right here, this brain that we have right here, it's just what we call an avatar. But to put it more in layman's term, it's a shell. It's a shell that has a brain that directs it and a heart that feels. So the shell that we are in, right, has its own way of going. But it's the spirit within us that directs us when something's wrong, something needs to change, reassurance. I mean, the spirit is there for just like almost anything, but most of us don't actually listen to it, right? So here, this is the key to actually starting to listen to it. All right. When I say talk to yourself, I mean literally actually talk to yourself. How to begin doing this? Like mirror gazing is one of the biggest way you can start doing it. When you look in the mirror, you're actually looking at yourself. A lot of times we look at ourselves in the mirror, we see this image, but we're never looking at ourselves. And what I mean by this is we see an image, we see things we want to change about this image, right? And we want to do all kinds of things to this image to make it look better. Oh, I need a haircut. Oh, let me put some makeup on. Oh, this is bedhead. All of those type of things, right? So we never actually take the time to actually look at ourselves. Like really look at yourself. I ain't gonna lie. Here's the truth about me. Most of my whole life, I never really looked at myself. And when I did look at myself, I didn't look at myself. I just looked and said, hey, funny looking, and kept on walking. I had a negative image of myself for most of my life. That was because, remember I talked about that onion, that bulb in the middle? Yeah, I was struggling with that still. But now, every time I see myself in the mirror, first thing I say is, hey, beautiful. Hey, you get what I'm saying? Like, because of the fact that I feel so much different about myself now, right? Okay, so when you're seeing yourself in the mirror, just know that the mirror itself can be a gateway, like a spiritual gateway, right? So that means that, yeah, there can be negative entities that would manipulate your vision when you actually look at yourself. And I mean stare, look into your eyes, stare at yourself, right? But how you get past those negative entities is you talk to yourself. And when you talk to yourself, start with how thankful you are to yourself. Because to be real, come on, think about it. This avatar, this freaking ego, how much more stuff would you have gotten into if you didn't have that little voice inside of you guiding you? Just think. Real spits, right? Okay, so how thankful you are. Show that you are grateful. Once you do that, then stare deeper into your eyes. Sometimes you'll see images. You'll see a different version of yourself. It all depends on your journey. It's all according to you and your steps, who you are, what's inside your spirit. I know my first time, it was crazy because when I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm going to show y'all, let me see. Can I flip it around? I don't know. Well, I'm going to show you. See right there? That's where I have my mirror. Right there in front of my work computer. You know what I mean? Because this is where I'm sitting at most of the time. And when I'm sitting here, no matter what, I'm looking at myself. And I'm saying great things, positive things to myself. And holding a conversation with myself. Like I said, it can be kind of what people say is crazy, but it's not really that crazy. Right? So, as you're talking to yourself, you know, it's not just a conversation that you're telling yourself all what's going on in your heart and stuff. And you can do that. It's appeasing to do that. It really is. It's actually quite soothing, right? But you can also talk to yourself and ask yourself questions, right? The more and more you talk to yourself, even without mirror gazing, you can just talk to yourself on a regular without even looking in the mirror. But the more and more you talk to yourself, you'll start to hear a voice responding to you. And the more you try edit, the voice will actually get more apparent. Believe me, I've had my spirit scream at me, literally. Like, hey, pay attention. Hey, I'm talking to you. Got pretty audible. I say, yeah, that's my character. I want to be heard. I'm going to put it out there. But nonetheless, when you do it, it's actually a really smooth conversation. Another thing that you can do when it comes down to building your relationship with yourself is actually, lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming. And what I mean by lucid dreaming is when you actually go to sleep, right? And you are starting to wake up, there's a period in time where you're still kind of like in dream mode. Don't rush yourself up out of sleep. Like, one thing I never use is alarm clocks. I allow my spirit to wake me up when my spirit wants to wake me up. And believe me, my spirit always wants to wake me up earlier than I actually want to wake up. But, that's another story. But yeah, give yourself some time to actually stay in that dreamscape. Stay in that lucid dream mode. It's a great time to actually have a conversation with your spirit and actually hear your spirit talking back to you like you were talking to another person. All right. And your spirit has like all the answers. Come on, think about it. Your spirit is a part of the Godhead. So what the Godhead knows, your spirit knows. So you can ask your spirit anything. We've just been locking down our spirit for so long that we don't even understand it. So that's another thing. And then another great thing you can do to actually build your relationship with your spirit is spiritual baths. Spiritual baths. It's not all of that, throw a bath bomb in the tub, let me get some bubbles. It's not about all of that. But it's really a time for you to take time to look at yourself and have some self-reflection, right? That peaceful time where, nobody bothers you and such. I would suggest if you're going to take a spiritual bath, don't put anything in the tub but some salt. Salt like pink Himalayan salt or even Epsom salt, right? And, to get that smooth, smooth skin, you put in some essential oils, just a few drops, something like that. I would not suggest peppermint oil, only because peppermint oil is strong and it can burn. Okay, so that's why you say you touch stuff like peppermint oil and tea tree oil and use carrier oils. That's exactly why. But if you're going to use one of the ones I like to use is rosebud oil, and rose hip oil. They smell really good, and it gives you that like smooth tone and kind of puts you in the mood to just like relax. All right. So yeah, taking a spiritual bath. And then, the number one thing that can really help your spiritual journey go is meditation. You hear people bang it in your head all the time. Meditation, 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 meditation. Well, meditation is pretty simple. Meditation is actually just putting yourself in a quiet place. I understand when we try to sit down and close our eyes, we got a lot of thoughts running all through our heads. I get it. Those thoughts are there because that's what's in our heart at the time. That's what's in our head. So we're just sitting there trying to work it out. I would suggest just trying to focus on your breathing, just going in and out, in and out, in and out, and breathing, right? That will help you to actually focus a little bit better and get all of those random thoughts out. Now, when you actually get into meditation, there are times where a lot of thoughts may come. But these thoughts are like appearing so that you can ask questions, right? Okay, so as you get into the meditation mode, it's like 1 minute you're looking at the inside of your eyelids and it's dark, and then the next minute it turns into this like deep purple color. Sometimes if you've been sun gazing, you kind of see like the sun's true reflection in there without you actually, looking at the sun. But it'll give you a focal point, and that's your focal point. But when you get into that state where you feel like nothing can interrupt, and I mean like interrupt, and I'm telling you, like, I actually have dark entities coming at me trying to keep me from meditating by poking and prodding at me, making me itch, making me feel like something's crawling on me, and making me feel like a smooth burn on me, or some crazy stuff like that to try and stop me from meditating. What I do, I say ignore, and then I say burn. And I mean, I'm burning up every single thing that is trying to interfere with my journey. Burn. Just burn. Get what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to be able to put me in the mode to just stay. Because as long as we stay still, we don't come out of it. But once we start moving and scratching because we itch, or oops, something's biting me or something like that, once we start responding to that, it breaks our concentration. So you want to stay in a focus mode. The focus mode is what's going to help you the most, where you can find yourself falling into a deeper meditation. Sorry, just getting a little tongue-tied. But yeah, so that's the best way to do that. All right, so once you find yourself in meditation, I'm going to tell you off top, nobody's in that meditation but you and you. You and you, right? So you got the thinking you that's there, focused, right? And then you have the spiritual you that's there and ready to listen, right? This is actually the opportune time for you to actually start saying your meditations. Your manifestations. It's the opportune time to start saying your manifestations, only because your higher self is clearly listening. Your higher self is there. But you can manifest. And stop thinking so small. Don't you know that you have angels, you have spiritual guides out there, and you have ancestors that are all out there reaching out to you, willing to give to you what your desires are. So you don't have to think so small. You don't have to say, I hope I have just a great day. You don't even have to do that. You can actually just go even further into it and tell them what you really want. Because a lot of times it ain't something just that small. You want to say, Lord, help me get up out this job and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So that's the time to do that, right? So you can start actually pushing your manifestations out like that. All right. I'm not saying that you can't put your affirmations out there, but your affirmations are for you and yourself only. And you putting those affirmations out there because that's what you want to put in your specific area. your air, right? And those affirmations are to help you go further and focus further and do what you want. But it'll also help you figure out what you really want to manifest as well. Okay, so yeah, say your affirmations, that's most deaf. But during meditation is not the time to do it. Okay. All right, so let me see what else we got. Oh, and I just wanted to share with you guys about a situation that I had the very first time I actually mirror gazed. Mirror gazing, like I said, it'll show you like it can show you sometimes different things about yourself and different looks, and sometimes you might see someone else. Sometimes when you see someone else, it might be one of your past lives. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that don't believe in reincarnation. But when you start talking to your higher self is going to confirm the reincarnation thing. Because, I mean, how do you learn if you don't actually live? Some people live short lives. You get what I'm saying? Some people live longer ones. But, I mean, each generation has its own jewels that you got to pick up. So why not reincarnation? So I look at myself in the mirror, and the very first time when I looked in the mirror, the sun, Ra, was like beaming through my window, like so strong, right? And I began to look at myself, and I saw actually African war paint on my face. The paint going across my eyes. I saw a symbol in the middle that looked like maybe a sunflower, something like that. And then I saw a line going down my nose to my lips, right? And it went straight down to my chin, right? And then I saw looking like finger scratches going across my face, like that on each side. I saw war paint. And I'm like, whoa, so that's showing me maybe a past life, or just showing me that I'm a warrior, which I know I am. That's why I'm a healer. But like I said, everybody's situation is different. I don't know. I don't even know what your true purpose is, and I don't know what type of spirit you have or whatnot. That's up to you to find out. You've got to find that out for yourself. But these are just tools and keys to give you an understanding of more of what I've been saying and what you've been hearing people say out there that's supposed to help you, line up your chakras and get yourself together. Like, these are the things that they're talking about. And this will definitely help you on your journey if you're willing to just move forward and give it a shot. So I'm going to shorten this video. It's my time to get up out of here. I've said my piece, and I want y'all to see if you could take my piece and do something with it. Like I said, if you want to research it, you are more than welcome to do so. You can put in the comment section what you think. I'm ready to hear. Like I said, transparency, that's me. So you can ask whatever questions you want to ask, okay? Just be free. This is what we want more than anything. Freedom, right? We want to be free. We want to feel free. We want to live free. We want to see free. So yeah, this is how we get free. So keep growing, my spiritual people. Keep on going. All the chosen ones, big up. We're going to get it together real soon, right? We got a war to fight. Let's do this. And this is a Mahazi Tone Dev. And I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let us grow it. Let's get bigger. Because I feel like we can all help each other. That's the best way to move around. Help each other. Don't you know cell phone companies out there have been growing so big on word of mouth? OnePlus, for example. I'm just saying. So, I'm signing out, and I want to say peace to everyone. Positive vibes, please. All day, every day. We love you. Deuces.